Hey everybody, I know you're wondering why do I have this mirror up? What does this mean? Well, today is going to be a stretch for me. I talk about being candid. This is called Candid Conversations. And today I am going to be extremely transparent with you about what's happening with me, because that's what it's about, being candid, being real, raw, and relatable. So I can't preach it and not do it. So today's topic is going to be overcoming insecurities, okay? Now, look at me. This is a big step for me. So welcome to episode 3 of Candid Conversations. I am your host, Valencia Danielle. I am so excited that you decided to tune in once again to listen to me talk and to tell all my business, okay? So I'm so excited and nervous a little bit about today because this is definitely outside of my comfort zone. Some of you may not even know this was going on with my skin because, I cover it up because, of course, that was a big part of my insecurity. This is a big step. Like I said, some of my family members have not even seen my face like this. My friends, loved ones have not seen this part of me, but I can't tell you how or show you how to overcome insecurities if I'm not doing it myself. So this is a big step for me and I'm just going to dive right in. So if you don't know what this is on my face, the spots, the white spots, and the lack of the loss of the color is vitiligo. And my journey with vitiligo has been a struggle because I didn't want to accept that this was changing, that this was happening. So it's still a difficult transition for me. This started probably around, I would say 2019 is when I was officially diagnosed with vitiligo. Like the fall of 2019, I was diagnosed with vitiligo, and it started off with just a little spot in the corner of my eye. And I started to see it spread, and so I started looking up, Google, we diagnose ourselves. I'm not the only one. We go on Google, and if you check Google, sometimes you feel like, Google will make you think you're dying, okay? But I seen that and I said, no, it can't be vitiligo because I struggle with eczema too. So I thought, oh, it's itchy right there. Maybe it's just eczema because it stayed just a little white dot for the longest. So then I started to see it spread and it was spreading quickly. So then I'm like, you know what? I need to go see about this. But I was avoiding it because I'm like, this can't be. I was like, God, I know you won't do this to me. No diss to people that are struggling with it, but this is my story and this is how I dealt with it. And I'm just going to be straight up about how I felt in my own personal feelings. So when I went to the doctor and I'm sitting there and it's like in my heart, in my mind, I knew what she was going to say, but then I'm trying to, psych myself and be like, maybe it's just, something else, So when she comes in and she's going over the stuff with me, she's like, well, it is vitiligo. And I said, okay. And I'm like, she's like, but I said, well, where did it come from? I'm like, it's not hereditary. No one that I know of in my family has vitiligo. And I'm just now getting it. They say, and I was reading about it and they say a lot of times you get it before you're 30. And I'm like, I'm over 30. Why? I don't look like it, right? But anyway, no, I'm like, I'm over 30. I don't understand why this is happening to me. What's happening? And it's an autoimmune disease. So it's like, things fighting against each other, and some things out of your control. It could be, I know a few years ago when I went to the doctor, she was saying that my vitamin D was low and I started to take vitamin D pills, but I wasn't consistent with it. And I feel like that has something to do with it as well as stress. During that time, when I was diagnosed prior to that in 2018, some of you may know my testimony. I lost my job, then I was laid off and I went through a stressful period, and they say stress can bring it on as well. So dealing with that and, that news was not great. I'm like, Lord. So I was at a point where I had makeup that I can use and I can cover it up. But it seemed like it was just spreading. And I'm like, Lord, you can't do me like this. I don't even have no boo yet. Who gonna want me looking like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, the enemy will make you think that you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, that people, that your looks are gonna define you, or you can't be successful because of things that are happening with you that's out of your control. But I had to come to the realization that vitiligo didn't have me and could not control my destiny. It did not control my purpose, that I still can walk in purpose, that I can still do what I was purposed to do and not allow this circumstance to stop me. And that's what I'm choosing to do today. I'm choosing to not allow my struggle with this insecurity to stop me from moving forth and hope and helping somebody else. Because like I said in episode 1, my goal or my mission is for chains to be broken, okay? Not just in my life, but in your life too. So whatever your insecurity is that you're dealing with and it's stopping you from starting that business, it's stopping you from speaking, it's stopping you from moving forth or walking in purpose, you need to conquer that insecurity today. Don't wait like I did, and yes, I have vitiligo, but I do believe, and this is my personal belief, some people are saying, just deal with it, just cope with it. And I am coping with it now because I am doing this video, but I believe that I will be healed. And this is documentation that when I do this video or do a video in the future, I believe God is going to restore my pigmentation. I believe that my melanin will be restored. I'm claiming that for me because I'm a believer, and I know if he can heal the lepers and he can heal the sick and he can heal the blind, what is vitiligo? So I know some people are living with it and they have accepted it and they choose to, this is me, this is who I am. That's fine. I choose to still walk in purpose, but I don't choose to accept that this is how my life has to be. That's the difference. So I am just grateful, and I hope that this encourages and inspires you. There are so many other insecurities that I've dealt with. I've dealt with the insecurities of my weight. I didn't want to come on camera because I felt like, which is why I'm behind this table. Thanks to my producer, shout out to Carl, because he makes me feel comfortable, but I'm like, I'm not ready to get from behind the table yet. You know what I'm saying? So but I am progressing. You see what I'm saying? I am progressing and coping. But when we have these insecurities, what are you doing about it? So if I'm insecure about my weight, what am I doing to fix that? So I have to eat healthier. I have to make healthier decisions. You know what I mean? I have to be intentional with what I put in my mouth, what I put into my body. The same for vitiligo. There are certain things that the Lord's been telling me to stop eating or stop doing in order to stop it from spreading, but I haven't been obedient, and I'm seeing, okay, it's spreading. And I'm like, God, why you do me like this? Why you got me out here looking like a Dalmatian? You know what I'm saying? But, it's like, he's like, but you're not listening to me. You are going to be healed, but you have to be obedient. So I want to lose weight. I want to do these things, but am I being obedient? Okay. That's my thing. Am I listening? Other insecurities with starting my business. So I'm talking about me today. I'm putting it all out there because I'm not going to allow these things to hold me captive anymore. I was insecure about starting a business because I never had a desire to be an entrepreneur. I never had a desire to step out on faith and do something like that because I was so stuck on that I had to make my money coming from a business or from a company. But because it was so, I was so passionate about touching lives and being a coach and helping people develop and grow and to find their purpose, it just wouldn't leave me alone. You ever felt that way, that you have this passion or this nudge and it's like, it's going to keep at you until you walk in that thing. And so when I decided to walk in it, doors began to open. I had so much freedom in that, but I was insecure because I never thought I would be able to do it. I'm not really big or have a big following yet on social media. So I'm like, how am I going to reach people? But the most amazing thing has been happening to me. People that I don't know or people that I barely know have just took it upon themselves to share my content, to share things about my business. That's only God. I didn't have to beg or ask anybody to do anything, but because of my pureness, because of me stepping out and stepping in, he took control, and people are just sharing sharing this, sharing my content, sharing my story, sharing information because they know, they see the passion, and I always say, I want people to not just hear Valencia, but hear the God in me. Know that it's not me that's doing this, but it's because of the strength that he gives me to do this. And because I decided to give him a yes. Will you decide to give him a yes, even if it seems difficult, even if it seems challenging? Will you decide to give him a yes? Okay. Don't allow those insecurities to stop you. Don't allow it, because then you won't be able to do what, like I said, what you were purposed to do. There's so much more in you, and you have yourself in this box. Take the limits off. Don't limit God, and don't limit yourself and your abilities. The enemy comes to trick us and to make us doubt ourselves and doubt our abilities. But I dare you to step out on faith. I dare you to take a chance. Okay. Take a chance on yourself and know that you're able and capable to do it. That passion or that drive that you have is not in you for anything. So I'm so excited about what's to come for me. I'm so excited about, this new journey. When, I was leaving the house today, I was saying to myself, girl, you sure you want to do this? I said, I know that's the devil. I'm like, you sure? This is like, thousands of people can see this. Your future husband could be out there watching. Well, this is what he's going to get. Okay. And he's going to love me for me. Okay. And and it took me a long time to feel that way and think that, because I really felt like this altering of my skin really changed me, that I wasn't beautiful, that I wasn't, that I wasn't going to be appealing. But it's really, when they say what's on the inside, it comes out. That's really what it is. And it doesn't take away from me. This is just spots, like I said. So it's still, I have to understand and know that I am beautiful no matter what. And I have to push through this, and I have to show you that I'm pushing through. I can't just be on here and say, you should do this, you should do that, and then I'm not taking any of the advice. So that's why I decided that today, that at this moment was the right time for me to showcase this and to put it out there, because I want to show you that if I can overcome an insecurity, and I'm still overcoming this insecurity, then you can overcome it too. So I want you to believe in yourself, believe in your ability, and step out on faith and do that thing that you are nervous or scared to do. Keep God first, put him first, and watch him align and watch everything fall into place like it's supposed to fall. So I'm excited. So this is, how for some shows when they have like a winter break or anything, this is like we're going on like a spring break. Okay. I'm going to do a mini spring break because I am preparing new content for you guys. I think I've shared enough of my business, and now I want to share some other people's business. So I want to transition into the next phase of Candid Conversations, where I will be having one-on-one interviews and interviewing individuals about their journey and about things that they've overcome or still overcoming, so that it can empower someone else. So that's the next phase of Candid Conversations. So we will return Sunday nights at 7 in April. So stay tuned. So I need you to follow me on social media, my social media platforms, so that you can keep up, you can be updated when we air the next episode. So I want you to follow me on Instagram at I am Valencia Danielle. That's my personal page. And I also need you to follow my business page, The Right Agency LLC. And if you don't know, I am a certified life coach, and I would love to speak to you in regard to one-on-one coaching. And I also help you if you have a business or trying to start a business and you need coaching and development to interact with your clients, interact with business partners. I can help you with that. So you need to visit my website, valenciadanielle.com, and click on the right agency, so that you can book your free consultation today. So I look forward to speaking to you. I look forward to seeing you in the future. Also follow me on Facebook. I know who still has Facebook. Listen, I still have Facebook. So follow me on Facebook, Valencia Danielle. Instagram, I am Valencia Danielle. Instagram, The Right Agency LLC, and also on YouTube, Valencia Danielle. And I love you, and I mean it. And remember, you were destined to soar. So go ahead and be fly. Thank you.